No, I think it's when you hit tier 1, right? When you sort of language, new sort of setting, you're finding your feet and finding your semblance.
It's not going to be an easy matchup for Shifters to start off with today, but the Shifters roster, BDS previously, they've had a little bit of time together now. Blaz has obviously joined them, come in. Lasmo's going to start things off with a belter onto Dora, and that is a big takedown as well with the Tachanka off the board. That's a lot of your denial dealt with.
2 minutes. They have to get themselves cleared through on towards the hatches, on towards the pressure below. There's just no real stretch or pressure and no real Riaz either. Freck. Well, this is an introduction in towards T1 and EML. We talked about how good the region can be. And this is almost like a hazing. Shield and get out of there. Hold the position, turn it into a new power corner and move on the back of it. Tucks round on the either side, but Lolo tears the head off the first and here Tim. Here comes that quick collapse, wrapping themselves around. Although they've got inside the site, the Clash can just push them right back in. They've got no surround on either of the players. P4 goes for the lock-in here. Great take from Lasmo. Great take on towards the back of the Clash too, and suddenly they've got the plant down, got themselves the split, Tim.
I really feel for Heretics here. You looked at it and you thought they had a grip on this top floor, that they were going to be able to hold on to it, that they were forcing Shifters to lose bodies when that opening fight was lost on the gold stairs, but it just hasn't been.
Try and get a little bit more pressure back on. In towards the top though, Tim. Everybody's still standing. Oh, I said, and it falls apart.
I think that's an important kill there. Getting Zara into the game. Riaz has lost his life without a kill this time. You feel like they need those new players to just get running here, to get themselves comfortable as Shifters and their experienced frontline. Blaz walking in, manages to get a couple of kills. They start taking some control, but Zara has fought back brilliantly here. Just need to be careful here because Akwi could just drop the hatch quite easily, but I'm not sure they're aware of the plant going down here. He looks to go for the challenge, but it's a little bit late. He gave the opportunity for Robbie, and Robbie
ruins momentum more. Nothing ruins mental more than your opponents pulling out. But there's also a lot more of Heretics still alive, right? Last time we were here, think about who had been sort of stood down, and, well, who they've just put down. P4 is gone, and Tim, that's your Glaz.
Yeah, big loss here for Shifters. The 4 versus 4. There's still plenty of time left on the board. Freck, he decides to take matters into his own hands, gets aggressive. He's just walking on into sight here, takes down the default camster. They've lost their eyes as well. Lasmo manages to take down Riaz and 3v1 just like this. This is something Shifters have done so well. It's getting to that point, and then within 5 seconds, it's kill, 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 and they get themselves that major man advantage. So it looks to me like there's a little bit of 3-2-1 sometimes here, like get ourselves into position and then right, let's go. And they start getting those kills all at once. Blaz, he manages to put the diffuser down as well.
Misa, but at the same time, Lasmo 6-1, Robbie 5-1. Nobody's really resting on any laurels. Ooh, though. What a way for a blitz to get caught out. Blaz gets one right back. A 4 versus 4, but I mean, without the blitz, I think, well, everybody's trading seemingly. Robbie gets Riaz, Zara
for him because the others are picking them all up. So great stuff from Shifters, getting everybody active and involved, and that's maybe something Heretics have struggled with by contrast, is getting everybody online. Blaz, he manages to take out Akwi. Zara continues to be the biggest player so far for Heretics. The info is there. Question is it going to be used by Shifters? They are looking for the angle. They see the man. They get the kill. Lasmo manages to take down Akwi. Still doing a great job, and Robbie using it well. So 5 versus 4 as Heretics just try to cling on here, try to dig the beat in, but P4 is in again. He's putting the plant down. You highlighted it, the importance of the Glaz, and Shifters, they've just doubled down on your point. They've shown us why with a double. Beautiful stuff. They do manage to take the Glaz out, but you think that the damage is done. 4 versus 2. Heretics fighting back now, but they are on the clock. 23 seconds if they want to be able to deactivate this diffuser, which is down on the ground. They go for something. They find absolutely nothing. It gives them a chance to just have that chat with each other, coach to get involved, see if they can steady the ship a little bit. But I would be very worried. So we've seen that countless times. Not going to be used, but we will see. Shifters have brought along the Clash instead, and they've got the Warden, so we'll see how they do holding on here. Freck is just trying to find a little bit of space to keep himself out of the utility back online, get yourself almost back to that starting point as defenders with those laser gates available. Now then, Capito's looking to make a move. Brilliant from Zara, wins the fight uphill, but P4 manages to take down Riaz. Lasmo onto Akwi, 2 versus 2, it's a quad for Zara, surely not. On his debut, could have got the ace, doesn't, as Dora it is to pick
in towards this instead, with Robbie on the chance of the Mozzie Pest in the roam, assisted by Fenrir. Well, they can do things like that. Just get aggressive out into...
Mostly, but for Robbie to sit up on that top floor, as we've just seen, because they've got a spare man, so they don't need to worry about rushing back. Zara, he tries his luck, trying to move in with a little creepy creep in through the garage, but doesn't happen as Blaz gets the job done. And Robbie, he's now on the flank as well, on that backside. Nitro goes off, doesn't find its man, but Freck does manage to get Dora. It falls apart, and it finishes as it started with a flawless...